guys, so welcome back to Economics and Comics. This is my weekly comic book reviews video. I know I look scruffy, but whatever. And also, if you guys don't like my videos, you don't have to watch them.
And I like making little noises. I know you don't like it. I'm sorry for you. Okay, so
Here we go. I have a bunch of books, guys. This is going to be a big one.
that's what she said.
Marvel Knights #2, okay? This is good. Get on this one, guys. No one remembers anything. Bruce Banner's going around with Frank Castle to wake up all the superheroes because no one remembers anything. What I think is when they're always wearing their costumes underneath their normal clothes. Something's going on. I almost feel like they might be stuck inside some sort of matrix or something. So this book starts off with Daredevil talking to Karen, who's dead, and he realizes she's not there. And then it goes back to the Punisher and Bruce Banner going to the Punisher at the police station and asking to speak with Frank Castle. So he starts telling him, hey, I've got all these little papers, and this little kid wrote these notes about all these people that don't, like, names of superheroes, and I don't know who's writing it, but they come into my dreams. That's what Bruce Banner's saying, and you know, basically implying it's the Hulk writing the letters when he's asleep. And that it kind of goes back to show how Punisher starts to remember. They don't remember in full everything, but they do remember things. They're all dreaming it. So basically, in this episode, they go and they try, Banner and Punisher go and try to find Elektra. And Punisher is trying to talk sense to her. Look, I know you know what's going on. You need to remember. And Elektra is beating the living hell out of him. It is lit. I mean, she beats him bad. And he just won't stop. And all of a sudden, Bruce is in the back seat, and all of a sudden he turns into the Hulk in the back seat. And they're like, what the hell? And then Daredevil appears and stops them all from fighting. And he said, look, we need to team up together and figure out what's going on, because no one remembers anything. So they all kind of remember. And at the end, though, what's weird is Elektra goes, well, yeah, us three, don't you mean all of us? And he's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, what about that girl? And it's Karen right there. And he's like, you can see her? Which is weird because she's dead and she's a ghost. So they can all see her too. So I don't know what's going on, but it's kind of funny and it's really cool. I can't wait to find out what happened to them. You know, Matt Rosenberg and Donny Cates are writing this, and it's so good, man. I just love what Cates is doing right now. So anyway, we got a lot of more reviews, so stay with us, because, you know, here we go. Hey, so I just got done reading The Punisher #4. Look, if you like action and you like The Punisher, this is the series. This is it. It's him against Hydra, and it's just non-stop. Non-stop blood and guts and fights and non-stop. So, I mean, I love the Punisher, so I'm going to stay on it. Basically, we left off at Punisher 3, where he was caught by the New York police, and it looked like Nick Fury was there to bail him out. But it wasn't Nick Fury, it was the Chameleon, and it was Jigsaw. And basically, they kill everyone in the police station. Punisher gets away. Black Widow shows up. She helps Frank. There's a big rally for Hydra. Baron Zemo's on the screen, and he's talking about, thank you for joining. And the Punisher comes in, and he kills everybody. That's it. It's just non-stop. So, if you like that stuff, stick with the Punisher. I actually think this is a really good run. I mean, I know, you know, they restart books over and over, but this is actually pretty good. And, you know, I would say it's adult, but it's good, and I'm going to stick on it. Let's see what I got next. Wow. Wow, I didn't expect this from this book. First of all, it's Conspiracy Illuminati. This is the variant cover. I got it because I love this cover. And it is what it is. Basically, I believe every book is going to be a different type of conspiracy, like theory, controlled by the Illuminati. So, this one's really interesting because it's all about our time now. It's about it's like pitting the radical right against the radical left, and it's like, it's a story about a guy who goes to a book signing for a guy that writes a book about, you know, they're trying to take our guns, and, you know, the left is bad, and we need to like mobilize and all this stuff, and the guy gets real hyped up, right? This guy, and he goes, and he eventually goes and shoots up his work, and he dies. And, you know, it's like a radical right group, you know, and then it goes back to before that, and there's a casting crew, like, they cast actors. So the actual guy that wrote the book about what to do if you're against, he was an actor. And it shows how they hired all these different actors to manipulate people to create fake news, but it make it actually, it's real news, but it's very difficult to explain. It's real news that happened, like a shooting or whatever. It's like, what's going on, like back and forth, all this stuff. But it was actually actors playing certain parts to manipulate someone in the middle, and then to get a reaction, like the Illuminati. And the Illuminati is behind the whole thing. They're trying to control the world or whatever. So I'm going to pick up book number 2 because it says, so this one's basically, you know, political, this issue, and how it connects with the Illuminati and how they're controlling things. But it says on the next month's issue, have your favorite celebrities been swapped and replaced with clones to help shepherd the masses? Does our government replace those who don't cooperate with their agenda? Are you next? Find out next issue as this theory is explored. So it's gonna, I mean, it's all about conspiracy theories. It was interesting, I can put it that way. And I'm gonna pick up the second one because I want to see their next little thing, and we'll see what the cover looks like. But I bought it for their cover initially, and they're trying to tap in. This book, the writers are trying to tap in to everything that's going on right now, whether it's positive or negative or whatever. It makes you think, and it might be an interesting book. So besides that, let's move on to the next one. Hey guys, so I just read Light Step number 1. It's like a wraparound. Interesting book. Imagine being on another planet and being like a supreme being, and they follow the rules of like Einstein to live longer. It's all about pure blood, and it's like another, it's like our evolution or something. And they figured out, like Einstein's theory, if you're moving close to the speed of light, you basically, time slows down. So basically they're living on a planet or a rock that's traveling at like close to the speed of light. So their days are like an entire lifetime of ours. So like there's a part in there where she says she starts in the morning by eating breakfast, and it shows this guy like going through his teenage years. And then at lunchtime he's like a mid-aged man, and by bedtime the guy's already dead. So there's that. Now they live by all these weird rules, and basically her name is January Lee, cannot go through with one of the tasks they ask of her, so they banish her. So my guess is they don't show where she's going. That's how it ends. It's like shooting her out into space. She'll probably end up on Earth or another planet where it's slowed down and live a normal existence. But I don't know if she has powers or anything like that yet. But it is definitely interesting. I'm going to pick up number 2. It's something different. Like I was talking about before, I'm looking for something different. And I think this kind of hits that button for me. So I'm definitely going to get number 2. And we'll see how it goes. It's interesting though. I want to check it out. Light step number 1. Okay? Let's see what we got next. Hey, so I just got done reading Cold Spots number 4. Now I said usually, you know, I go 1, 2, 3, and then I make it, well, 1 if it's good, I keep going, 2, and if it keeps me going, 3, kept me going, 4, again, the end is going to keep me going. So I think it's a decent story, Cold Spots. Again, it's about a little girl that can, like, talk and control the ghosts, and the cold spots means, you know, like when you're near a ghost, it's cold, but if they touch you, it like burns, like freezing burn. So basically we left off last time in number 3 with her dad trying to save her, and she's with like a cult, the little girl, and he's about to die, and she saves him from far away, lets the ghost help him. So he goes back into the home, and the ex-wife or girlfriend's there, and basically what happened is the cult is using her, the daughter, to bring back a certain ghost or devil, or not devil, but they don't really show you what he is yet. But she brings him back, and at the same time saves the lives of her dad and her mom, and she speaks for the first time, because whatever she brought back was going to kill Dan, her father. So it kind of leaves off with the spirit or whatever. It's like kind of like a mummy type of thing. It's not a mummy, but he's more like a... Here, let me try to... Where am I going here? He's like calling all these other ghosts, and he calls them children. So they're kind of stuck there. They're caged, and the cult is using the girl to do more things. So I'm going to keep going on it. I think it's pretty interesting, and I don't know if you guys are already on it or not, but it's doing good. So there's also a preview of a new book at the end. It's called Die, D-I-E, but it's more like these kids like make a game or something. And this is Die number 1. It'll be coming out. There's a sneak preview in here from Image. Some kids play a role-playing game, and they disappear for a couple years, and they come back and they don't say what happened. And it moves forward to 2018, where the teenagers are now adults, and whatever happened to them comes back to haunt them. So it's about a game, though, some sort of game. I would probably get it closest to like Jumanji mixed with like the Ouija board or something. I don't know. It doesn't really give you... That's what I'm getting from that. So in regard to Cold Spots, I like it, and there's a new book called Die coming out. Might be interesting. So let me move on to the next one. Hey guys, so I just got done reading Exorcisters 2. So the ending of number 1 made me have to get number 2. And the number 1 was funny, and this one right at the beginning is funny. Like right at the beginning, the second page is funny, and then the mom tells a story because you think they're sisters, but they're not sisters, okay? So spoiler, their mom got a job. She was young and she had to work and she didn't have any experience, so she got a job selling candles. And basically, if you sold the candle and you made a wish and blew it out, the wish would come true no matter what. So she was selling a bunch of candles and all this stuff. And come to find out, she's basically, every time they made the wish, it would come true, but they were selling their souls, right? So when she stormed in the place, she's like, I found out what's going on, blah, 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 blah. They like ripped her soul up and they said, no, we're done with you. And she's like, no, I'll make a deal. So the deal was, because she only had one daughter, which is her. She only had one daughter. Basically, she made a deal to give the soul of her other daughter, of her daughter, to the devil. So somehow, the daughter's soul came back from hell. Okay? And they work together as a team now. They're not sisters. It's the one sister and her soul and another form that looks like her, so they look like sisters. So it's kind of got me interested. I know it's silly. It's not like super evil like I was saying. I mean, yeah, it has to do with devil and demons and all that, but it's funny though. It's like different. I don't know, I'll probably get number 3 too. And man, I got too many books, dude. I walked home with a stack of books like this today. Let me see. About 32 comics today. 32 books, guys. And I'll be buying more. But most of them are getting close to being, you know, once I get to 10, I usually, of the runs I like, I get like 2 of each. So if it's a number 1, I get 2. Once I get to 10, I 1 through 10 twice, and then I just go down to 1. So so it's starting to like shave off a little bit here and there. But then you got these other books that run. So this was a fun book. I don't know. And let's get to my next review. Hey guys, so I just got done reading Web of Venom Carnage Born #1. Oh, it is good. It is really good. Definitely pick it up. It's a key. Basically, it starts off telling Cassidy's story, you know, Carnage, from birth all the way to what happened to him at the end. And that group from Venom #8 that stole the dragon remnants, the piece of the dragon that could communicate with Null, the symbiote. Basically, in those, the little remnants left are like anything that's bonded with a symbiote after their death or whatever, there's still like a little DNA strand. And so they use it to revive Carnage. And he's like part, their hope is, here he is, he's inside this thing. Their hope is that he'll be able to, you know, speak to Null, because they want to bring Null back, this cult. And they're telling, you know, basically in that brief second that Carnage comes back to life, he sees Null, right? And it disappears. So one of the followers, she's like, well, you can take some of my DNA or whatever, and the more you take, the more you'll be connected to Null. So he just eats her. And basically what they're saying is, they're saying to him, if you get all these little pieces from all the people that were bonded with a symbiote at one time, you'll have enough in you to communicate with Null, right? And I feel like Carnage just wants to go and kill Null. I don't know, but he definitely wants to see null somehow. So he's like, oh really? So I just have to go basically kill all the people that were ever, you know, venomized or touched with the symbiote? And he's like, yeah. So he like kills everybody, and then the final shot is a screen with everybody that's had the symbiote on them at one time. So he's gonna go start hunting them down and killing them. Now I'm pretty sure this is a one shot, so it's gonna go back to Venom. And I'm telling you, this book is really, really good. So definitely pick it up for the keys and key factor. And it's just, Venom is just going to get better and better and better. One of the best run of books I've ever read. Alright, let's move on to your next one. Okay guys, so in summation, we had The Punisher number 4, which I thought was pretty good. Light Step number 1, which I enjoyed. It's something different. Exorcisters 2, I think it's kind of funny. Conspiracy the Illuminati, I mean, they really went at it the first issue. I'm going to get number 2 because they're going to be all different stories. Marvel Knights number 2, it's going to be good, I think, guys. Cold Spots number 4, I'm enjoying it. I'm going to keep on going. And Web of Venom Carnage Born, definitely a key. Try to pick it up. Venom is only going to get better and better and better. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I don't know when I'm going to air this, if it's during Thanksgiving or after, but I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll keep on doing what we're doing. Okay? So we'll see you next time. See ya. Bye.